Welcome to the Voices of Recovery podcast. This is your spiritual principle of a day episode, featuring a recovering addict.
Hi, my name is Eddie D. My clean date is December 17th, 1980. You're listening to the Voices of Recovery podcast. This is the spiritual principle of the day for August 29th. Hope in darkness and in light. We find hope again and again as our journey continues. In the dark moments, when we realize we can go on anyway, and in our triumphs, it is possible. Living Clean, Chapter 7, Living Our Principles. The first bit of hope we experienced in NA came from a place of defeat. Using drugs hadn't worked for us. Our grand experiment of solving our living problems with mind and mood-altering substances was a profound failure. In that dark place, though, a ray of light shone through. We could find a way out of our addiction and into our recovery. Once we have been clean for a while, many of our hopes come from more positive places. We think about how much more we can accomplish with our career goals, our creative endeavors, our loving relationships. Maybe we want to sponsor more addicts or try out new service positions. Having hope for the good things that will come our way is great, but we would do well to remember how much more precious hope can be when we have very little of it. We are bound to experience tremendous disappointments. When we stay clean for years and decades, some of which rattle us to our very core. We bury our parents, children, siblings, or spouses, and lots of fellow addicts. We lose jobs and relationships. We make terrible mistakes. We hurt people we love. Guilt, shame, and loneliness take up so much space in the room that it's hard to make any space for hope, even when it is what we most desperately need. Hope is why we must stay in the practice of going to meetings, sharing, calling our sponsor, reading literature, and talking to other addicts when life is going well for us. We get to see clean addicts find their way through incredible difficulties by showing up, no matter how fragile or broken, and putting themselves in a position to receive some hope. When we find ourselves there, fragile or broken, we think of others that we have seen walk through it, and we know it can be done. We must go on. Together, we can. Spiritual principle. I will pay attention to members going through the unthinkable and do my best to offer them hope. If I am one of those members, I will go where I know I can find hope, to an NA meeting.
The Voices of Recovery podcast is an independent production of the Works of Wisdom. We welcome your questions and donations via PayPal at voicesofrecoverypod@gmail.com. This podcast is an independent production and is not affiliated with, associated with, authorized by, endorsed by, or in any way officially connected with Narcotics Anonymous or any of its subsidiaries or affiliates. While NA literature may be read during episodes for the purpose of supporting recovery, such use does not constitute an official endorsement or representation by Narcotics Anonymous. In accordance with NA tradition, the NA name is not to be used to endorse or be affiliated with any outside enterprise, and no such endorsement or affiliation is implied. Music is by Sage. Thanks for listening to the Voices of Recovery podcast.